Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. I've thought a little bit about what I should do for this particular intro. I had to go back and forth on some ideas. The first thing I actually wanted to mention, and probably the main topic here, is the recent geomagnetic storm that resulted in the aurora at low latitudes. Very cool sort of phenomenon that I think is very interesting because it's not very common, but also I think the media plays it up in a very annoying way, especially for someone like myself, both in the industry and with a degree in plasma physics, because it's not ever actually going to put anything at risk, at least at the order of magnitude that we were seeing for that particular storm. It's a very cool event. Highly recommend looking up some solar flux data measurements from it, or just pictures of the sun during the storm that resulted in that burst of solar wind. But the Earth has this really cool feature called a magnetosphere. Basically, we are a giant magnetic ball floating in space, which means that we push out a magnetic field, and the sun releases the solar wind via a whole bunch of processes that I'm not going to explain here. It pushes back on the Earth's magnetosphere, and you get this like tail effect, this trailing effect in the back, while the leading side of the Earth is pushed up. And what happens to result in these storms that affect Earth, as far as like aurora and things like that, is as the storm becomes more intense, right? The sun pushes harder on the magnetosphere and pushes it back further. And what this can result in is essentially those satellites traveling on the near side to the sun can become unprotected depending on their altitudes, the magnetic storm impact, like how high, how potent it is, things like that. And it's kind of interesting. Mostly it's more likely to affect your, I'm trying to think of a good example. GPS communications would be a good example, but pretty much anything at a geostationary orbit is at more risk than anything else. So, at least geostationary that happens to be on the sunlight facing side. So, it's really not that likely to impact anything. And meanwhile, I'm just hearing people go, oh my gosh, we're going to lose power all over the place. And okay, maybe if your power grid hasn't been updated in 60 years, which I suppose is possible in some regions. You might have some issues there, but more likely than not, you're just going to see some pretty colors in the sky. And I've had some friends who were in like, as far south as someone's claimed they saw it in Mexico City. That seems crazy to me, but simply due to light pollution and everything else, I just don't imagine that's true, but maybe. It's still a pretty neat story. I've always loved the Northern Lights or Aurora in general. I think it's a very cool phenomenon that's essentially caused by those ionized particles flying into the Earth's atmosphere, or rather the Earth's ionosphere, via the poles, because that's where the magnetic field lines are. So it's kind of neat. It's also why it's unlikely to see it near the equator, right? So kind of strange, but all told, pretty cool. I thought neat that it would happen like that. And again, I'm always a fan of anything that gets people talking about space and science in general because it helps justify the existence and the research of these things, which I feel like sometimes comes into question. So anyway, there you go. That's what we're talking. It's what we talked about. I'm not sure. I guess I'll ask if anyone saw it. I was in too light polluted of an area, and honestly, too far south to see it. I'm not in Mexico City, though. I don't know what those people were seeing, but you never know, I guess. Maybe there's some, like, a strand of illumination through the sky that somehow reached that far south. More likely than not, they just saw, like, a really bright light in the sky and mistook it for something else. But anyway, let's play Monster Train. That's why we're really here, or at least a big part of it. Let's do it. What are we doing today? We're on a 200 and, what is this number? 47? 247. Good grief. The number keeps increasing. Hopefully it keeps doing so. I would hate to lose after this many runs, but we had a previous run with, what's his name? This guy, Echo Right. It was big etching. We had a multi-strike plus 10 in spikes because I didn't find what I really wanted. First of kin. We did self-infuse it. We had a Marsh Lord 3 line, which meant that we had the big worm up front. Very cool. Holdover -1 echoes the past to kind of prop up our middling damage, and a Permafrost Spell-Chained Wormkin etchings with Notice Stone and Trader's Quill both doing some huge amounts of work. So kind of an interesting setup there, all things considered. Nothing really great, but we janked together a win, and honestly our relics, as is usually the case with Wormkin, carry the day. So we're now spinning back around to play Prince. Great, cool. I don't hate Hellhorned. Prince is usually pretty bad, but it's fine. We'll see what we're shown, and hopefully it's not too awful. So yeah, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's play some Monster Train today. See what we get. Everything's good here. Great news. Let's go. I've been gradually making progress on my mobile game. I play on iOS a lot, and I'm at this point just trying to continue to finish out missing clan combos and things like that. Made a lot of progress. I have lost a lot on mobile because I play the 30-minute run series, which is essentially, imagine me playing Monster Train normally, except lightning fast. It's like Blitz Chess, but it's Blitz Monster Train. I make so many mistakes. You're going so fast, you can't look ahead. I don't know what the nodes coming up are. I don't know what my champion is by the time I start the run. I'm moving on before I'm clicking on all of the things on ring 1. I don't even know what's in my deck at that point. I'm moving so fast. It's crazy. It's fun. I highly recommend that if you're looking to really send it and test yourself, but it's tough. Anyway, we're not doing that here. We're trying to actually win. And yeah, so hope you're all doing well today. Let's see, we are today playing, what is this? Default Hellhorn, default Stygian. It's fine. We have Dazed Talos, Rage Arcus, Diligent Seraph. It's a fine clan combo for it, whatever. Fortify, Crypt Builder, Impressive. It's okay, all good stuff, I guess. Nothing really stands out here. So, sure, we have no offensive scaling. We have, I mean, Fortify doesn't count as defensive scaling. It's something, but not much. And I guess this is a good incant line, so there's that. A couple of these cards are a little problematic for it, like Impressive, but not too bad. Sure, why not? Temples today are 2... 1. This next one's all the way down here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. 4 late-game temples and 1 early-game temple. Kind of an interesting spread. We have the dupe on the magic side on ring 8. Nothing special. Steel and magic on 7. Both are okay for different reasons. Steel side has the Horde in a cave. Magic side has removals. We get a removal dupe with health on 6. Competing with a magic shop. No steel. Sure. Steel shop, trinket shop on 5. This trinket shop has a vortex and cave, but unfortunately no money, so it's going to be really hard to go there. Well, I guess we'll see. There's a steel shop competing that's kind of rough. We get magic and vortex on 4 with a Hellhorn banner competing. I do believe we're missing enough steel shops. Yeah, we're missing 2 steel shops in the mid-game, so we do get the doubles with 2 Stygian banners directly with the steel shops. Pretty good incant odds here. There is a Hellhorn banner with a Hellvent on ring 3 as well, so probably an incant run, but I guess we'll see. Improved firebox, hammered chest plates. It's probably hammered chest plates. The firebox maybe has a higher ceiling, but I have no tools that can capitalize on it right now, so I kind of don't care. There is the niche case where, okay, maybe improved firebox, and then I start with Consumer of Crowns, but that's, you can't predict that. I'd rather just take bonus health, so hammered chest plates it is. We take the money. Wrathful Brawler. This is not a good Brawler run for a variety of reasons. There's nothing in this run that makes Brawler strong, in my opinion. It's not like Awoken, right? Where I could have Awoken Hollow or Razor Sharp Edge or something. Stygian has no support like this. None whatsoever. So I think Wrathful will be better here. I think so. We're going to go Wrathful here, actually, and move on. Wrathful usually has a stronger early game. Mark of Invasion. I mean, we get out of here, right? There's no question about it. All of my cards do something to these guys, so that's fine. Yeah, you just torch one of these guys. You drop in the prince, take some health, torch the other guy, I think. Sure, cool. He starts scaling off that. Great news. We're going to play a train steward here. I'm going to greed for cash. Very cool. A lot of rage generated. I take 2 damage. I kind of don't care. Armor up. If I self-ping here, and then Frozen Lance, we get the kill. Good. Our goal is basically to convert this into, yeah, crush. Great work. I'm going to ping once in the middle here to save some health. We'll play Train Steward, Frozen Lance, sure. We pretty easily win this. Wrathful 1v1s everything here, so I kind of don't care. Sure. If I see a torch, it's fine. If I don't, I still win. Cool. Easy. Now I just win better. This is one of the nice things about Wrathful. This would have been a much harder combat with Brawler in general. Very true. Fledgling Imp. Yeah, okay. We'll take scaling when it's shown. I like the vent, though. I really do like the vent. But I think you have to take offensive scaling when it's shown. And it has been shown. So here we'll take it. Sure. Energy Siphon, Ice Tornado, Mollusk Mage. No thanks. We'll skip that. Mollusk Mage is honestly not abysmal here. There's a lot of spells that benefit this, but you're not going to win the run with Mollusk Mage, unfortunately. So he's really hard to fit on a floor. I think we just skip him. Taking Mollusk Mage there is maybe a decent play for the early game, but it's still pretty rough. Multistrike, give me a Siren, please. Okay. This is weird. We see 2 rare units. Eel Gorgon, Lodestone Totem. This is not a great clan combo for Eel Gorgon. He's going to be... The only thing that scales him is Siren of the Sea. Lodestone Totem, however, should be a free win. But I have a Multistrike. I mean, I guess I'll put a Multistrike in and maybe I see a Nameless Siren Infusion or something, right? I guess. I'll click it, right? It's fine. It's weird, but it's fine. Sure, man. Okay, I clicked it. Let's look for a plus 25. Alright, great. Large stone? That's tempting, right? Kind of. It's kind of tempting. I don't like it. Just take the plus 25. It's better. Yeah, this is better. Great. He's loaded. Cool. Alright, Monster Train. Sure, we have that now. Behold, if only I had taken the vent, I would have a 10 in piercing and plus 30 vent. It's the price you pay, right? I mean, the run now just basically goes in on Lodestone Totem, goes hard on that, and then we remove units, take all spells. Like, I think we can win from this position, right? Spikes. Spikes is one of the few ways we can get punished here, although I do think Prince could be propped up to kill some of these enemies. I think we'll take the cash. We'll be okay. Sure. Now, I am looking for a Siren of the Sea or something here, right? This is Lodestone Totem. Why are you here? I guess we'll play him. Sure, bud. Why not? Okay. Here, look. It's easy, right? It's super simple. We just play Fledgling Imp. I guess we can leave him on the floor, can't we? Yeah, not like I can torch him out. I'll torch one of these enemies then. Sure. Seems reasonable to me. This is a bizarre world that we are living in. I actually can sap this guy down to 0 here, kind of weirdly. Huh. It is... Well, that's true. We do kill that guy. The spike's actually giving me some stats here in sort of a weird fashion. I can do some pretty decent work here with the Crypt Builder. Just kill a man and then clear the floor, which is pretty decent. Sure. Looking for a torch to clear... Ooh, actually, this Crypt Builder does some serious work downstairs. You just Crypt Builder here and then Prince 1v1s upstairs, basically. Right? Yeah, he literally 1v1s this out. And there's no reason to click anything else. Because he gets armor from each kill, which is just great. So, cool. Alright, fair enough. We're looking for spells. Important work. What if I just take Rage Serum instead? Right? just take that. I don't know. That seems dumb. It's not a great card, but I guess it is a spell. Important work only works on the Fledgling Imp? Nah, I'm going to take this Rage Serum unironically. Offering token for sure. Draw past some garbage. Play out some offering cards. It's better than the Flash Freeze here. We'll take it. Those are good. Good pickups. Divine Artifact says, how afraid am I of this? Pretty afraid. Maybe not afraid, but I think respectful is the way I would say it. I'm respectful enough of Talos here that I'm just going to take the advanced prototype and we'll just crush here. I am going to look for a Siren, so I hopefully have something to go off of here. Yeah. Great. Incant Armor 2, whatever. It's fine. I'm good with it. What do we get here? Beautiful. Nameless Siren. Absolutely winning. Incredible work. Cool. Looks like I'm playing Nameless Siren infused into Lodestone Totem here. Seems good to me. We're going to take this Horde. This is a great Capricious Reflection, but it's also a really good Sinner Salve into Seraph. I guess I kind of don't care about the Vengeful Shards. Let's just take the Capricious Reflection, right? All this means is if I see, -1s and stuff for free, that's great. No purpose to upgrade. I'm going to infuse the Nameless Siren in, I guess, in 2 rings. So, sure. We'll look at the cave then. Railforger's Hammer? Isn't this actually just sick to take the Frozen Nostalgia, though? Our spells become truly weapons. I only need the 4 space anyway, right? 2 Sirens into this, which is 2 space, and then we, I guess, throw Prince on the floor. And that should win. Let's just take the Frozen Nostalgia and crush. You'll love a run where you can take Frozen Nostalgia effectively. Look at this. Casual 135 Crypt Builders. Frozen Lance is doing 21. Torch is doing 17. Incredible work. Let's go crush now. This should be great. And for now, we just basically don't put Prince on the floor, right? Prince goes and lives somewhere else. Alright, well, or you can just draw poorly. So I guess in this particular instance, we're going to play the Totem with the Prince? Is that right? I could probably spell damage out here. Yeah, I think this is acceptable. Prince can probably 1v1 here. We have the Train Stewards to prop this up as well, so I'm not that concerned about it, right? These clergymen are going to do excellent for me. Yeah, the clergy are going to do huge work. I guess I could sap them all to 0, huh? Kind of an interesting world. Ooh, Crypt Builder, absolutely. Send that man to the Shadow Realm. And then, I mean, I may as well sap Talos to 0 here. It's just free real estate, right? Yeah, alright. If I sap Talos to 0, I don't see any problems with this. Just blow this up pretty much. Oh no, I gave up my armor. I kind of don't care, right? Bottom floor is overwhelmed with Train Stewards. They're simply too powerful. I mean, seriously, Divine Advanced Prototype, y'all. It's nuts. It's awesome. How do I want to approach this? I think we just blast one of these guys, and then we do a little bit of damage here, and it's like this guy's going to do, I think, 2 damage to me. Yeah, fair. We come close to winning on bottom floor, which is fun. I'm a big fan of that. We just go ahead and double Frozen Lance here, and that's cool. And then I torch once downstairs to push another 15 through, which is good. There's a lot of damage here, which is awesome. The Train Steward is pretty impressive. What if I just play this? Doesn't this Fledgling Imp just win? Comes pretty close to just winning, yeah. Great work. I think we win upstairs then, which is nice. We simply have enough stats that we cannot lose. All right, great. We actually Crypt Builder her to death, which is cool. All right, we get out of this. So this cleans up a good chunk once we... What am I trying to say? This cleans up a bit once I can do this infusion. Until I can do this infusion, it looks weird. I think we chill on shards. Deep Offering with a Permafrost means I can just wait until Crypt Builders are in my hand. This is actually really sick. The Spike of the Hellhorned is fine, I suppose. It's fine. Transcend Imp is also here. Transcend Imp is definitely wrong. I don't want to endless this Rage Imp at all. And I don't want Rage Imp into the Transcend Imp. We'll take Deep Offering here. This is huge. I think this is way more impactful than even a -1 Spike of the Hellhorned. That's great. Cool. Oh, baby. Multistrike Demon Fiend. Can't wait to play that guy. Honestly, he's not terrible if I could play this, but we have everything we need. We just kind of skip here and we're good, right? We have the Siren. We have everything. I do need to play Ember because it's the cost of doing business, right? I need to be able to play turn 2 Lodestone Totem, which will be picking up on ring 6 here. So take Ember now, yes. It's the cost of doing business is the way I like to describe it. We're going to go left. Magic Shop upgrades are pretty big. I'll take anything that pads out my survivability a bit. The cuts here, Train Stewards, they just got to go. They're not boosted anymore, unfortunately. It's fine. Holdover. But excuse me, but Holdover's not good on anything here. How could you? I'll take the Brawler pivot. Sure, why not? Maybe he kills a couple guys now. Very cool. Sure, why not? He can kind of help out a bit. He actually 1v1 certain combats from this position, which is kind of neat. 20 consume on a Frozen Lance? Still worth it, I think. Although, 37 damage torch is pretty huge here. I'll actually 20 consume the torch, believe it or not. This holdover is a bit of a bummer, right? What am I going to hold over? The offering token? Come on, what is that going to do for me? Fortify? Impressive. No, definitely not. Holdover Crypt Builder. Absolutely not. I don't really know if I have a good setup for this. I think -1s into Frozen Lances are not terrible. These cards are pretty decent when they're doing 21. And they are an incant that's pretty potent, right? It's fine. I'll do it. What's coming up? Trinket Shop. I could just save my money and go to this Trinket Shop. Let's buy a removal on a Train Steward at least. I don't know about this holdover. Holdover Fortify? I guess, maybe? It's never Fortify. Offering token is so low impact. I guess it procs these Crypt Builders, but kind of whatever, right? I don't care. I don't think it's worth it. I could reroll for the 25 gold reduction of cost and something. Probably fine. Remove consume. Deep Offering. No, that's fine. I'm going to -1 another Frozen Lance, and I think we chill here. And that's okay. We save all the rest of this. I could grab money in anticipation of this Trinket Shop. I actually think I will. 35's not too bad here. We move on. Okay. We just have to make it through this early game. This Armor Emblem is going to cause me problems, isn't it? I guess we have the tools for it, though. We're okay. We're okay on that. I can place... Yeah, alright. This is fine. We can place Prince downstairs, give him Rage Serum, and then... shoot this, and he straight up kills a guy. And then we can just pop the 9-2, and because Torch is super powerful, and we're crushing it. We get the Siren upstairs. Next turn we can afford the Lodestone, and we're good. Cool. Lodestone Totem in, playing out a bunch of stuff. Great work. We somehow missed the Collector, you know, Monster Train, it happens. It's a bummer, but them's the breaks. Alright, I think this is Fledgling Imp. We torch out the big scary thing here. Ooh, but I could just deep offering this. I think we just shoot this, right? And we chill here, and this will do. We take a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad because of everything else that's happening. We go for ping. We go for ping. It doesn't really matter what we ping. I'm not going to get any value out of this deep offering here, so I think... What am I looking at here? 54. He's going to have... He's got 120, so... I think we just shoot... We shoot in front then, right? Yeah. Play a train steward. It's fine. Next turn, I think we are going to send it. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but again, this is super reduced, so I'm not as concerned about it. I do just blow up with Impressive here, absolutely. We just blow this man up. Incredible work. This is your deep offering. Wonderful news. And then we incant up, and this is a... Now we're good, right? Cool. Good. Great. There's no real reason not to stop this guy from coming in, right? We could just pop it and then hit him with a crypt builder, and he's having a rough day. We do want to keep incanting when possible, but otherwise we shoot this guy and we chill. I think we're okay. We do enough damage on this floor that we get past it, especially once I actually sap the enemy to 0 here. Yeah. Once we get close to actually sapping low enough, we make it. Now that I can do the infusion, we're in better shape, though. Tiresome climb? It's redundant. I don't need to tiresome climb anything. Spike at the Stygian, Hellhorned, actually, is probably it. This can be played at 0 cost and does something, so sure, cool, great. 0 cost Ice Storm is a snap click, yes. I can put a plus 30 in that. I don't mind that it already has an upgrade because look at it, Ice Storm, it's like, it benefits from Frozen Nostalgia. We're going to go check out this Merchant of Trinkets here. Yes. I'm going to infuse now because I do think it's better to have the Siren in the Lodestone Totem for obvious reasons. Plus 30 on this Ice Storm is ridiculous. Intrinsic? I don't think so. We're going to chill. 75 is still functional here. We're going to drop the last Train Steward. I'll think about the other removal. We're going to go to the Trinket Shop. Collection of Tales is actually pretty good here, right? We generate low rage, which means that this essentially is like getting hit by a Ritual of Battle over the course of the combat. It's good. We chill on this. I go to the caves. Oh. Yeah, I'll take money. Sure. It lets me reroll this shop into possibly something really good. Sure. What do we get? Ashes of the Fallen. Absolutely not. Pyrestone Housing. Tempting. I go to the dupe next? No, I don't think it's actually that tempting. Alright, the second cut here is what? Probably Impressive, one of the harder cards to play. It only works on 1 unit. Yeah, we're going to drop that out. And I think we are chilling, right? Feeling pretty decent about this. I stay under 80, which will help. It definitely helps. Yeah, absolutely. We're good. We move on. Now, I could take the Pyrestone Housing and just look for something at, like, this last steel shop that's just, I don't know, Incan Armor 2 or something like that. It would help, you know, right? I only have a little bit of health. You know, it's better than doing nothing with this. Let's buy that. I may thank myself later for that. We'll move on. Harvesters of Death. Okay. I think we can get this, right? In large part thanks to Collection of Tales, actually. Cool, this is as simple as Prince, Lodestone Totem, Fledgling Imp here. And the cool thing about this is all that rage is permanent now. Great work. Go team. Incant here is pretty valuable. I will play it. I think the torch belongs in the back here. This way I get some armor up front on this next turn. Sure. Thank you, Collection of Tales. Extremely cool. We're incanting up. Actually, now that I have all the tools here, we just click the buttons and we go mad with power. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to drop Spike of the Hellhorned in on front here. Very cool. And then we Ice Storm the scariest floor, which is... what? Bottom floor here? Totally. Absolutely. Alright. Mid floor we should be okay with, right? Doesn't take much for me to get a double kill here. Yeah, easy, in fact. I get double kills right now. I can also Deep Offering here for a Crypt Builder Slam. It's a double incant. I could do this downstairs. I don't think it's worth it, right? I like this floor, and I'd rather save the Deep Offering. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Incant up. Just continue shooting. Mid-floor, I do think we need to address some of these units, so we'll do so. Cool. Easy. We get the Slays. Love that for me. We just blow up top floor here, right? This is clean. He gets a double kill. Wonderful work. Cool. He's just winning this combat then, as it turns out, which is great. Blast mid-floor for huge numbers. This will be my Deep Offering just so I can plug huge number into boss and hit him again with another Ice Storm. And I think we're in a great position to win. I've just dealt over half this thing's health to him. All it takes is a few pings, and he doesn't even kill the imp anymore. Great work. Cool. This looks like this should win. Scorched Steel, yes. Alright, great. Holdover March of Shields. Now we're cooking. Find a -1 for that. I'm doing okay. Last Stand Permafrost, actually. It's definitely this, right? Oh, man, yeah. It's got to be Last Stand Permafrost, actually. We're generating not a lot. So, Guardian's Amulet with double stack? Weird but cool? Sure? Weird but cool. I don't think I would have taken it without the double stack. We go to the right here, for sure. Divine Temple, what do you got for me today? Spell Chain. Spell Chain's fun, I suppose. Tenon Piercing. You could make this Crypt Builder really kill somebody, which is pretty cool. I'm a fan of that. Alternatively, I could make this Puncture pretty hard. Spell Chain in general is a very good pickup here. It's double incants. You can put that into a lot of weird stuff and have it pay out pretty well. I don't mind cutting away some of the chaff here, but what do you cut? Torches, I guess, are the worst cards. That is technically true. It's Diligent, though, isn't it? How do I feel about Diligent? I mean, we cut the Fledgling Imp. That can go. I don't need this guy. He's a unit, whatever. We're going to dupe Lodestone. Do that real fast. Sure, second Lodestone Totem is active. 1, 2, 5, 9, 13, 15, 19, 21. So we can actually afford to drop some stuff. Frozen Lances, I think, are a little bit better now because they can be played on any floor. But later, I think Torches are better because I can shoot out things like Spike Dudes with them. Yeah, I'm going to drop a Frozen Lance then. I will Tenon Piercing something. Maybe I Spell Chain just like a Fortify. It seems bad, but when you think about it, it's actually pretty decent. Just because it double incants, which is itself... I mean, that's valuable, right? Alright, it's a bit of a bummer, but we'll do it. The Tenon Piercing might actually be better on a Torch. 27 in Piercing is a very good ping. That takes out... Man, that takes out Light Wings. That takes out Shade Wings. The only thing that gets by is a Purifier with Spell Shield, but I can just hit them with a regular torch. I actually think that's great. Alright, fair enough. Let's move. I feel very confident in Arcus, at least. We're a little high on shards. I don't think we have to worry too much, but this is a train of thought, recall, so I don't have to go too hard here. Okay, so the angle here is rinse, totem. I'm going to frozen lands, and then we armor upstairs. It's not super efficient, but it's something. Alright, it's a death attack. I don't care. We're going to drop the Lodestone Totem in, and we chill. These are the slow turns. We should now be able to pick up quite fast, I think. Great. Honestly, excellent, in fact. We even kill a guy. We actually kill the whole floor. Incredible work. I think we will get another, what's it called, incant turn. So that's something for us to be mindful of as well. I'm going to ping out Mr. 11 by 1 here, I think. Does not really matter to me. We get the kill for sure. It's a little bit of an expensive floor, but we're okay. Yeah, here you go. Here's your other incant floor. So, it's a really good turn too. I really don't want to drop this like that. I think we go Ice Storm middle. Right? And I think I'm going to just Deep Offering, which should drop all these cards out. Did it just incant everything? Really? The timing of that incant is optimally bad? Whoa. I didn't realize that. Well, bummer to me, I guess. That makes all of these cards worse. Wow. All right. Well, that's a absolute crazy play, I suppose. I had no clue that it behaved like that with the timing on Deep Offering. Abysmal. That's okay. We get out still. Blast one of these guys. We should win here. I am just going to drop 4 sap on that floor. We've definitely costed ourselves up a bit. That's a bummer, right? I could last stand here. A decent play, if I'm being honest with you. I'm going to come up on some pretty expensive cards. I think we just kind of wait for now, though, right? Yeah, we'll last stand when we get closer, I think. Honestly, I think we last stand here after we Ice Storm the boss into Oblivion. Seems good to me, right? Sure. Whew, close. We almost lost because of that play. Dang. We do get through this. Arcus is pretty tough, but we managed to pull it out. That's good to know. I was not aware that it hit both sides of that, which is rough. Gifts for a Guard is surprisingly good here. It's not amazing, but it's surprisingly good. It lets you play a lot of stuff. None of my spells are really that impactful that I need to play them repeatedly. I don't mind burning them. I actually think it's pretty good here. We'll take it. Card draw. Card draw. Draw more cards, please. Very important. It's definitely not a steel shop. It might be, though. Get the Incant Armor too. Maybe another Multistrike or something. And then I get the flexibility to do what I want after that. Yeah, let's go left, actually. I got the Firestone Housing, remember? First Hell Pact, Drop Cage. We do not have the Drop Cage payout. I skipped the Tiresome Climb. I think it's just First Hell Pact. At least it works on Spike of the Hellhorned? Question mark? Sure, okay. Why not? Spell Chain. Spell Chain the Spike of the Hellhorned. Incredible news. No, absolutely not. I'm going to put a plus 25 in one of these. That's fine, I think. It's not endless. I'll re-roll this now. Incant Armor 2 is great. This one will probably be the one that lasts into Relentless then. Great. In fact, perfect. Quick is wrong. They're sapped to 0. We're going to go over the cave. I'll pay health for a relic. Sure. Conscription notice is unlikely to be useful, but it's not detrimental, so we will take it. Dark Forge. I'm trying to think what I would do here. Is it Wrathful 2? There's very little reason not to play Brawler Prince on the floor, right? 4 space upstairs. You might as well. I'll give him an X3 multiplier, sure. Maybe I give him Rage, and that's fine. Anything he manages to get hit by is good. Spellchain the Spike of the Hellhorned. It's incredible. It's so not worth it. I would much rather have Fortify be Spellchained here, because that's a double incant. The Intrinsic, however, I'm not really sure what I want to do with Intrinsic on this guy, right? None of this does not mean much to me. So I think we chill on this and move on. Sure. I think we're fine. Heaven's Seal. Do I ever sap enough to disable Shadewings? I have pretty good pings. I think we're okay. We can do 25 pretty confidently. So, I think as long as we don't lose. I guess that goes without saying, huh? As long as you don't lose. Rage in front here. I do think the sap is correct. I think pinging out these guys when you can is also correct. Sure. We drop in second Siren Friend. This is the worst turn, but it's a turn that I think we're acceptable at. Alright, now we need to actually really pop off. Let's draw, hit him with the Crypt Builder. Good. Let's... I mean, seriously, it's Gifts for a Guard here, and it's not even close. It's actually cracked. Seriously, look at that. We hit Last Stand and Deep Offering. Incredible work. I think we torch middle to kill the Steel Wings. Yes. I think we're going to Spike of the Hellhorned up front, which does get a bunch of kills here, and that's pretty good. I'm going to Frozen Lance out the guy on bottom, and we should be okay. I think I sit on these other two for now. It's a lot of rage gain that I'm very happy about on the front. Cool. Let's go ahead and fortify up. Frozen Lance. It's a pretty good setup. Can sap him down to nothing. That's pretty decent. Yeah, that works out pretty well. The torch here, I think we do want to torch out Mr. Steelwings downstairs. Let's just blow up bottom floor entirely, right? Let's just send it on that guy. I don't need to waste this last stand yet. I rolled really well, so it's fine. I'm not upset about any part of it. Hit him with that Gifts for a Guard. See what you roll. Amazing. Honestly, it's great. Incredible work. I'm a huge fan. So much rage generation here. I do want to ping out the Wilt Wings, and I think we chill. Cool. We absolutely shatter the mid floor here pretty confidently. I think I'm going to chill on my Gifts for a Guard here. Play the Fortify for sure. I think I'm just going to draw into Crypt Builder here, blast him back. We're going to pop one of these guys. Mid floor doesn't get any further benefit. I could always drop the last stand if I want to. Probably won't need to though. Cool. This is a good turn. Incant when you can. We Ice Storm downstairs, clearing all the guys. Great work. We get some armor generated. Wonderful news. Cool. Alright, we win this. No problem. I want to save big turn, right? Huge turn. The way you have the biggest turn is by saving the deep offering and the last stand, so I can use them to sap down the boss. It's too bad we don't have the gifts for a guard next turn, but I don't actually think it matters, right? Let's just hit this guy for 135 and chill, right? It's fine. Cool. It actually looks way closer than you'd think, and then as soon as we start actually casting stuff, it's easy. Deep offering here, which makes it go even more mad with power. Oh my gosh, this is actually outrageous. The hits here, they just keep hitting. This is such a turn, it's silly. Outrageous. I think we can sap it to 0. I actually just straight up get the kill with Prince and go positive on armor. That's incredible. I didn't sap it to 0, but I got pretty close. A 2-cost Inferno is honestly awesome. That's awesome. Absolutely. Holdover Titan's Tooth. Permafrost Siren Song. These are all strange cards that I'm not really feeling like I need here. They're not bad. I mean, this Ancient Synergy kills something. It just murders something for sure. Do I need spells? 1, 2, 5, 9, 13, and then 2, here's 15, 19, 20, 22? I did the math right. 22, I mean, we're fine, right? Titan's Tooth's not bad, but I don't need this. We skip it. It's chill. It's whatever. We're good. I think we have the tools. Now I get the run of the land. Like, what do I want to do? I could dupe something? The magic shop's probably superior. -1s go hard here. Yeah, -1s go hard, and I don't really need the removals, so sure. Give me a Founding Seal monster train. Founding Seal would be just absolute hilarity. Holdover. Huh. Still no great holdover target, and I'm not upset about it. It's fine. I'm going to make Inferno 1-cost. Probably we'll look at this temple, see if we hit the -2. We do hit a -2, so that means I'm going to make Inferno 0-cost instead, because I'm going to be playing this off-floor, so that's cool. This Purge is not important. I guess I could take it, but why? -1. Pretty much every 0-cost Frozen Lance is good here, but let's think about the Trinket Shop first. Sigilled Seaweed goes pretty nuts here. We're going to grab you. Refracting Lens is health, but I think we're fine. I think we scale past Slate here, because he's the second guy. So let's re-roll into this, see what we find. Resonant Shard goes really nuts. Yeah, that's good. Great. Alright, those are big power-ups for us. I do think -1s are the best things we could do. Gifts for a guard being 1-cost is pretty much ideal, because it's going to make other stuff free, so sure, we'll click that. The +10? I don't know. Not sure. Holdover on a Fortify seems bad, but it is 2 spells, so sure. Spin this guy. Double stack, don't care. This -1 I think I'm just going to put into, what, a Frozen Lance, I guess? It's fine. Sure, it's fine. Toss a +10 at a Torch, I guess. Seriously, 27 damage Torch is very efficient. I can do a lot of work with this. So, yeah, I'll upgrade a Torch. Why not? And then we chill on the rest of this, and I think we have it. The dupe is the bigger question, right? Like, what do we do here? Is it just Ice Storm because it hits really hard? Very possible. You could go hard on third totem, but I don't think that's right. I don't think it's Inferno either, because Inferno is off floor. Ice Storm is on floor. Yeah, let's take the Ice Storm play here. We're good. 155, I think we're cruising. 28 cards. I could purge something garbage. Like the 1-cost Frozen Lance. I think it is. I'll take out the 1-cost Frozen Lance. Sure, that seems okay. I guess you could also cut one of the Crypt Builders, but these things do actually hit pretty hard. They're respectable. Yeah, alright, we'll purge a Frozen Lance. Sure. Sure. And now we move on. I don't think Diligence stands much of a chance against us here, if I'm being honest with you. Especially if we actually roll Sigiled Seaweed into any of these purifiers. Well, we didn't get that one, but that's okay. I think this is Prince... Oh, Shattered Shell. Can I keep you alive? 16-15? That's tough. Okay, well, play the totem no matter what. I think I'm gonna consume the torch just to take out Purifier here. We'll play the Shattered Shell middle. I'm gonna hold on to the spike. No, I think we play the spike, genuinely. Even though the order's not great there, it is what we had to do. Okay, this is as simple as Lodestone Totem down. I'm going to burn a Fortify here so that I can play this Ice Storm because I think it's important. The Purge copy kind of makes it a net 1-for-1. It gets rid of this thing on bottom floor and we're kind of cruising. I take a Vengeful Shard hit. We've at least disabled a lot here. Man, come on, Purifier, you're killing me. I'm going to torch out the other Purifier. We go upstairs. Ice Storm is a big play. Incredible work. Offering token. Alright, we're going hard. This is now good. Great work. Big value here. A lot of sap on Diligent. I have the Last Stand and the Deep Offering in hand if I need it. Good. Great, in fact. I'm feeling pretty good about this now. Cool. I get the Inferno. We're just going to blow up bottom floor now. Hit the boss for a bunch. Great work. I might as well pop out the Wilt Wings on middle. Okay, we should now be in control. Although Sigiled Seaweed still has not hit what I've asked it to hit. You know, it's a bummer. But it's fine, I suppose. I'm just going to Frozen Lance up here. What if I just Guardian's Amulet the boss straight up? Actually, if you're going to do it, we should Fortify... and then Deep Offering here, which sends it. Yeah, that's a better turn, I think. And then we can Inferno bottom floor to get rid of the curse. And I just take 1 damage because I genuinely do think the incant is stronger. Well, I don't want to play either of these. They're good for future turns. We chill. It's fine. Yeah, we're okay. My burn here is a torch. Sure, it's fine. Fortify up. It's great. Click this big sap turn. Miss the Guardian's Amulet, but it's fine. Diligence already doing 0. We've cleared the floor, and I think we're good. We finally managed to silence a Purifier. Go team. I'm going to drop this. I don't want to drop this Offering token. There's a lot of things this could hit. Let's burn a Frozen Lance instead. Fortify is an extremely efficient card. I can Offering token out the Crypt Builder here. Great work. I'm just going to Ice Storm downstairs because it does such heavy lifting. We'll keep incanting, sure. We're getting Armor Slays upstairs, which is fantastic. Yeah, Diligent is currently doing 0 damage, which is great. There's just nothing wrong with that. Let's Fortify up. Great. I've converted this into +5. Wonderful news. I think the incant's worth more to me than this. Sure, whatever. I'll Ice Storm here. Crazy, they all hit in the back. It's all good. All good. We're doing enough damage to win Relentless. It's good. We're great. Burn the Purge Fortify. We're going to Inferno Diligent. We'll incant upstairs. Sure. Seems solid. Holding on to a majority of everything here. This is a very good turn to hit the Last Stand, I think. I'm going to do this turn so I have the energy for everything else next turn, right? So this might be Gifts for a Guard and some other tools. So, sure. We're already winning, but, you know, send it on the Gifts for a Guard. Let's go. Right, good job, champ. Great work. Get absolutely sandblasted, buddy. This is going to be a rough turn for you, Diligent. 35 sap seems good. Alright, cool. We do enough damage to win. We're actually doing like 500s in the back, which is pretty cool. So that's great. Alright, we roll into Shard of Divinity. Pretty much optimal. I was kind of hoping for it, so I'm glad to see it. This makes Steel Slate even less of a concern because he can just eat away at my shield and it's fine. We didn't even hit any of the super mega high rolls here. I think the biggest high roll here is just Frozen Nostalgia. Right? So, we go Prince. Old Kalia, goodbye. She just dies, so I guess she just kind of goes mid-floor, I guess. We'll play out the totem, for sure. I do definitely want to Ice Storm upstairs because we get a lot of value out of each piece of sap. Every single sap is huge work for me here. Alright, it's a slow turn, but it's okay. We at least have some zero costs here, which I think are doing some heavy lifting. Great work. Okay. Damage shield floor is annoying. We roll into Inferno, which is great. Probably Infernoing middle here. It's just huge. Sap everything to zero if you physically can. It's good. Let's burn out the guy in the back here. Let's pop a damage shield here. I don't care if this guy walks on me because he doesn't hit me, right? And Divinity is now down at 0, so it doesn't matter. True. True, true, true. Bummer that we hit the Harvest guy, didn't get silenced. We did get Chains, though. Chains hit is big. How do I feel about mid-floor? I could sap this pretty hard here. Let's draw first. What am I going to hit? Fortify would be a good hit. I don't want to hit Gifts for a Guard here. I think we take out the Wilt Wings first. I think the 4 sap here would mean that this whole floor could walk and I would be super fine. But I think we're well past the point of that mattering. I'm going to go ahead and drop on this. Yeah, alright. This disables this floor, and we hit everything else that we care about up here, which is good. I'm going to torch. We should definitely torch top floor, right? Yeah, and we'll chill. Okay. I love having Chain silenced here. It's fantastic. This is a pretty bad Gifts for a Guard, if I'm being honest with you. But I think I send it anyway. It's a bummer hitting both Ice Storms like that, but I do think it's acceptable. We'll just incant real hard here, and it should be fine. Just go hard here. It's acceptable. Alright, it's still a good turn. Remember, I can always use Last Stand to prop up a real nasty floor, so we should be okay. How we looking? Let's see. Is this just straight up the Last Stand turn? It very well might be. I'm pretty low on everything else here. Yeah, it's the Last Stand turn. It's fine. It is the Last Stand turn. That does get us the kill on the Chains, which is great. We should push past everything else now, too. Manage to silence High Priest, incredible work. And get the Inferno for the mid-floor, which is great. Wonderful. Hit that Guardian's Amulet upstairs. Amazing. This is going to be my Deep Offering turn, in case there was any doubt. Cool. Great. Keep the incants rolling. I'm going to just Inferno the boss floor down there. Gifts for a Guard. Perfect Gifts for a Guard here. Just absolute blast it. And yeah, we completely crushed this floor. Incredible work. Cool. We're definitely winning. We Inferno bottom floor, which is our relentless floor. There's basically nothing left. At this point, I'm just playing Fortify a whole bunch, which is not great, but is good enough. And this wins, right? We have the W here for sure. pushing an extra 800. Yeah. Oh, there it is, right there. Sigiled Seaweed says, I don't have to deal with any absolvers. Amazing work, team. Love it when a plan comes together. And I guess we just... doesn't really matter what we attack with here. It all gets blocked anyway, so sure, we'll shoot the back. Push past this. Easy win, relentless, no problems. Alright. Game is completely free. Absolutely free. Wow, that's a good turn. Just blow that man up, and then the Divinity never gets to attack. Over 100 sap seems good. This is not even with Founding Seal. He'd be so low right now. Prince gets the kill, by the way. It's incredible news. All right, he would be so low with Founding Seal. Man, what a good roll. All right, we did it. Great job, team. We have pulled it off. Lodestone Totem, in general, is one of, I think, my most confident lines. I think just seeing the Lodestone Totem, I think 99% confident I can navigate it to a victory, which is pretty cool. So that's nice. It can be kind of tricky with Dregs or Queen Zimplings. I have had challenges with that before, but in general, I'm big fan of Lodestone Totem. I don't think the extra Pyrestone housing mattered, but you know, it was nice generating armor, I guess. It did maybe make a difference into something like, I don't know, didn't matter on Diligent either. Diligent didn't attack. I think the closest it came to mattering was on, was it ring 5 or 4? One of those earlier ones, but I didn't even have it yet, so it doesn't matter. Big shout out to Collection of Tales. Usually I think Collection of Tales is pretty rough, but we're generating a lot of low amounts of rage. So this resulted in essentially, I think I mentioned this in the run itself, but my philosophy is this essentially is basically a free ritual of battle on anything that is casting or generating rage, right? Is a good way of looking at it. You roughly 10 turns in a combat, you would have lost 10 turns over the course of it, which means you've preserved a ritual of battle into Relentless. So, yeah, okay, cool. That's not amazing, but as it turns out, a free cast of Ritual Battle is pretty good, so I'm happy to take it. I think this actually helped a lot early on when we were still struggling, right? Obviously, in the end, once we hit Resonance Shard, and once our incants kind of locked in a better way, I think we got better off. The Gifts for Regard, by the way, was huge. Even though in one case it hit our Ice Storms, both of them, big bummer. It doesn't matter. It was still fine. Have no problems with that. So Gifts for Regard is rarely correct, but when it is correct, is really fantastic. So I'm very excited that we got to play that here as well. And I think that's pretty much everything I want to call out. The random Capricious Reflection stuff actually did help in the end. We ended up seeing it after we had our units on lock, so it worked out. The early combats were the weirdest, right? 22 damage taken on Ring 4. Before we got the infusion, which I think happened on Ring 5, and things started cleaning up a lot. But after that point, we were fine. I did take damage on Diligent, but that was just because I was letting Vengeful Shards go. So I don't really care about that. Otherwise, a pretty solid run. Nothing really crazy to offer. The fact that we had, Gifts for Regard, Deep Offering, Unlock, the Permafrost here doing a huge amount of work, and random holdover Fortify in the end. Once we had the spell chain on this, it was fine. It's basically March of Shields, but worse. But the big advantage this has is that it is 2 spell casts for 1 card draw, which is hyper efficient when you're incanting like this. So at that point, I'm just playing it for the double incants, right? And I guess it gives armor, so cool, right? I would have done the same thing for Ensnare. Heck, I might have done that with a Sting here, right? I don't think I would have done it with, where is it, Offering Token? Because I don't really think, this doesn't do anything, right? At least Fortify does something. It's not a lot of a difference, but it's a something of a difference. I did at least have offering cards in the deck, so it's possible it could have been okay. But I don't know. I feel like the Fortify ended up doing more work anyway, so... Prince, by the way, actually important on this run. The double Brawler pivot doing a great amount of work in the end. He was actually killing floors and doing a good chunk of damage, so... Cool, right? Anyway, big shout out also to Frozen Nostalgia, and I'm going to let you go there. I don't have anything else to add. A very solid Lodestone Totem run, feeling good about it. I think the Eel Gorgon would have been really tough here. But I think you could have maybe done it, right? There was a Demon Fiend infusion that would have been fine, but it would have been tough, in my opinion. Anyway, that's about as much as I've got there. Brings us up to 248 wins in the series. Incredible work, Go Team. And I will let you have a rest of the day to yourself. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.